It's Tuesday, the most hard to one get up for, I guess I heard in the radio today. But that's okay. You made it. Find your joy today and get started. Um, Today's a pretty interesting day. Um, Not really. But, it's warmer today. We have a high of 32, I believe, or 34. So bring out the shorts and let's get started for the day. Woo! Still recovering a little bit from my illness, but doing all right. The project that we are, the swap shop, we're getting places. We got clothes back there. We got clothes right here, boys and girls clothes. We did put some stuff out, coats and sweatshirts out in the lobby, and kids are taking them. Now, I'm not asking them if they need them or not. That's not my job, because most of them have been sitting out there for who knows how long. A long time. But the fact is that people are utilizing it, and that is the key. And you never know what a kid is going through, so you don't want to get in a lot of details. But kids who need it, I'm glad they're getting used to it. So we're doing that. We also have a rack of clothes back there for nice clothes for the 8th grade. And hopefully we'll get some info on that. We have some shoes coming. Now, here's a suggestion. If you ever donate shoes to something, make sure they're at least decent. Someone once donated sandals, and they were like, half the thing was ripped on the bottom. It was horrible. Be smart. Don't just use it as a trash can. So, whatever. But anyway, that's where we're at with the progress on that. Excuse me, I'm still trying to get over my little bug. I'm doing better though. So, yeah, coming up this week. We are in February now. It's a new month. The month of love. Not my month, but whatever. Anyway, so during this month, what are you going to do differently this month? I am going to try and I got to get the dog treat business out this month so we can start working on that. I still want to work on my dessert social, which is like pies and cakes and stuff. So we're going to do that. So we're hoping to work on that kind of stuff. But the swap shop is kind of taken over because I know for me, if I don't keep working on it, it's not going to happen. But everything's good with that. So what is your day like today? Hopefully it's warm. Hopefully. But who knows? I was going to say. I went to Wawa today. Woo! Got my joy. Got my coffee. Got to talk to people who work there. What's your joy today? Did you find your joy? I think you did. I want to know, what is your favorite drink to get you going in the morning? Sometimes coffee, me tea, hot tea. I don't do the iced coffee. I don't do the ice. I do iced tea, but I don't do iced coffee. I don't do that stuff. My kids will do that stuff. They'll foam it. They'll do that crap, but I won't do that. But a hot tea is a lot of going. That keeps me going through the day. Connoisseur, I guess you could say. Purist, though. I don't like putting anything in my hot tea. But my coffee, I'll put stuff in. Sugar or French vanilla creamer. But what gets you started in the morning? Is it something that you read? Is it something that you eat? Is it something that you drink? Also, I want you to work on not trying to take everything so serious at times. We all get struggles. And hello. And sometimes I know that people can get under our skin, whether it's parents or colleagues or other staff. Hello. And so we have to make sure we're working on that. Do not try not to let people get under your skin. Because in the end, it only bothers you. So when it only bothers you, they're working. So don't get under your skin. Because when that works, it only bothers you, and that's not going to work. So don't let them win. And that's what it is. So work on that today. Don't let them work on that. Hello. It's nice to see you guys today. It's still cold here in Pennsylvania, but it's supposed to warm up. This is supposed to be the warmest day of the week at 34. And we're excited. Who knows? Maybe I'll just go and skip school today and go get a suntan. I could use it. No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that. This body does not need to see any more sun. This body does not need to see. Nobody needs to see this body. But nope. Anyway. So soon I'll be dropping off. Answer you and what? Elizabeth Rutherford. What do you want me to answer you? Hello, hi. Soon I'm going to throw out there some tips. If you're a teacher, they don't teach you everything in college or schools or even in services or life. So things that I picked up along the way for doing this for 25 years, because most people don't last more than 5 years in this job. How have I survived? Practice, work, insanity, trying not to be taken over mentally. But at the same time, it takes practice every day. So, but anyway. Tuesday. Anything going on a good Tuesday? Oh man, I just realized that. It is a good place for me for retirees. Like, I like Pennsylvania. Like, both my kids want to go to Virginia for school. Like, one's in school now in Virginia, the other one will go next year. But I like Pennsylvania. I've lived in Pennsylvania all my life. Northern and southern Pennsylvania. So we'll see. But it is a good place. You can go city-wise or you can go country. The only thing is, it does get cold. I'm not a big fan of the wind sometimes, but I'm a country person, so I like the peacefulness. Yeah, I think it is for minorities, but then you make it what you want it to be too. So I don't know. Depends on how you want to live. I think it's more about how you want to live than it is who you are or what you are. So, because there's a good mix. Certain places you can be. So, but I really believe it's how you perceive every place you go to. So, but we have Pride schedule today, which is Pride schedule. Pride schedule is like where they teach some sort of skill like responsibility and stuff like that. So we have a different schedule. Pittsburgh area is okay. I never really go out there. I'm more of the central east kind of person. I've been in the mountains most of my time. I'm closer to Philly now than I am in that way. but half my life I lived up in northern Pennsylvania along New York state line, and now I live on the southern half near the Maryland state line. So kind of going both ways. Um, there's certainly more individuals down this southern part than there is the northern part, but it all depends on what you're looking for. Um, but I think it's more based on what type of culture you want. Like, not culture of people as much. Well, I mean, but more as like in, do you want to layer back kind of area? Do you want people right next door? Do you want more of a country feel, city feel, type like that? So I don't really know what you want me to answer. What are you asking? Yeah. Yeah, you get it all here. You get flat, you can get mountains, you can get city life. I read somewhere where if you wanted to, you could break it up into three different sections. There's the Philadelphia areas type section, there's the mountain mid-range section, and then there's the steel mills section, the Pittsburgh area. And they're all differently unique, and each culture is different in that area. Um, you got the Philadelphia type, German type stuff. You got the Midwest, Allegheny, like country feeling, and then you have that Polish type setting type at the west. Um, so it is different. Um, I mean, there's drawbacks to certain things. I would say most of, like, just like every big city, most things go to the big cities, but you have a different, like, you could be in the city and then you can go out in the country. So it just depends. There's a lot of natural beauty, a lot of things to do in Pennsylvania. A lot of opportunities. I think you can make a lot of opportunities. We have Wawa. That's always a good thing, at least in the eastern part of the state. Sheets, I guess, if you like sheets. Um, Food's always good, especially depending on where you go. Um, there are good parts. Yeah, there are good parts of Philly. Of course, the historical section and things like that, but there are sketchy things, like Kensington and stuff like that's a little sketchy. But there are some good places. I don't go to the city that much, so I don't really tell you. I don't really go there that much, but it's just like every place, even in small town America, there's sketchy places. I guess we have some of the most rundown city, or like abandoned cities too. Like one of the most famous ones is Centralia. It was like, if you haven't ever heard of it, it was a town, and it was a coal mining town, and then coal got fire underneath it, and it burns underneath the town, so they blocked it off, and nobody, I think maybe one person lives there anymore, but they bought it out because there's a fire underneath it, so no one lives in that town anymore. But it's called Centralia, but they can't live there because of the fire that's underneath it. Um, um, not in this school. I can't say that they're not doing it in other places, but not in this school. They're not teaching that stuff. Not in this school. We don't have those kind of flags either. So I can't say that we do it here either. So, but I will say this: like, every area is different, has a different culture, because we have our own school boards made up of our own individuals, and then every like area that you go to has a different vibe to it. So, like, the school district that I'm in is more conservative versus some places you go to that are more liberal type school districts, or more progressive type school districts. So it depends on where you are at, and the population of that group is made out of. So it's kind of like what is allowed. So the school board makes those decisions, and because that's kind of the voice for everything. It is a swing state. Pennsylvania is, well, it is still considered a swing state. Yes, we've kind of flip-flopped the last few years in votings and stuff. So most of the time, you have your typical cities, red, or cities blue. Most of the country areas outside of it is red, and so on. But right now, yeah, it is considered a swing state. I would not think that that's right. I work with special needs kids, so they don't bring politics into my classroom at all. I believe it's the parent's job to raise their kid. I'm just here to help kids learn to get a job. So that's my goal. I don't get into that kind of stuff. It's not my job to put my beliefs on somebody else. My goal, I work with special needs, so I work with the autistic kids and the mental challenged kids. And my feeling is that there's too much more to learn than what narrative is going out there, depending on whatever side you're on. And I don't really think it matters to them. What matters to them is, how can I be independent, and can I get a job, and how can I prove other people wrong that I can do things. So yeah, I got a degree in it, and then I had to go back and get something more, so I got a master's. So we'll see. Yeah, but yeah, I just what I do see is I want to instill hard work in these kids. Problem is they've learned that they don't have to work as hard sometimes. So that's kind of where I'm struggling with them. You don't necessarily need to, so they changed the so like, because they feel like they know how to get out of things, so you have to teach them how to get that work ethic. So they got people to do things for them. So it's not like they can't. They just learn how to live. But to teach the kids that I teach, it's changed over the years. So when I started, you could get something like K. You could take tests and things, and you can get from K to 12 special ed. Then they went through processes of changing things. They went from like K to I think 5 or 6, and then they went from above. I'm not sure where they're at now. They might have changed it back because of the teacher shortage and stuff. They've been trying to work around that. So I'm not really sure where they are with things, but I do know that so I can go, as long as it's special ed, I can go there. I'm also elementary certified, so I can teach elementary school and I can teach middle school math. But I mean, this is where I'm at. This is where my heart is. If I was to go anywhere else, I'd probably work with multi-disability kids, which are like, here's life skills, and then here's multi-disability kids. This is the next step. It's like on the hierarchy, it would be here, and then the next hierarchy of more needed kids are here. So yeah, I am. I like working with kids that other people don't always look at them and think that they can do much. I like proving people wrong. I like proving the kids wrong. I like proving the parents that they can do things, and be independent. So, but anyway, I hope your Tuesday is going to be great. Yeah, hope it's going to be wonderful and exciting. Um, try to manage to find a good laughing point at some point today, or a good smile, good chuckle. And remember, things are going to happen for the good and they're going to happen for the bad. Either one. It's how you take that. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Stay even killed. Everything will be okay. But remember, just be nice to people. What's it going to hurt? You get better at being nice to people and things will be okay. I mean, I was encouraged by two guys I met the other day who had autism, and they were put in a situation, and they were the kindest I've ever seen right in the last 10 years with people. And I wish we all had more of that because we need it. So anyway, have a wonderful day and enjoy yourselves, and remember to smile. All right, Life Sky Skills guys, signing off, and enjoy your day. All right, bye-bye.